What's up? So, it's been a couple weeks since I recorded. It is a Tuesday. I am a lot less drunk than I was in that last video. And yeah, so got some more records. We're just about done with the 12 inches. And then we move on to CDs, some new shit that I've gotten, box sets, all that jazz. So yeah, probably only about two, maybe three more parts at most. Anyway, let's get into it. The first one I got for y'all is Terrorizer with World Downfall. This is one of like the very first grindcore albums in existence. This is really, really good shit, and you can. It's got Pete Sandoval. I'm pretty sure he's from Napalm Death currently. Dave Vincent. You guys all know him from Morbid Angels. Morbid Angel. Uh, Jesse Pintado. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that he's passed away now. Yeah, it's just got a lot of classic figures in extreme metal on it, playing on it. Super, super, super good shit. You can really tell that this was sort of like a hive mind deal, and when they went on to their now respective bands, it really showed they brought their work with Terrorizer with them. Pretty sure this is their first album. From '89. Enslaved to Propaganda, Strategic Warheads, Condemned System, all super good. Just on black. Then you got credits, and you got lyrics over there. Like I said, just on black. Earache on side A and B. Side B, I'd probably say is my favorite side, honestly, especially because of the ending track, World Downfall. Self-titled, super, super good shit. And again, some of the first grindcore to ever be called grindcore. Really good. Recommend you go check it out. If you haven't, you're definitely missing out, especially if you're into extreme metal. That's Terrorizer with World Downfall. Next, I've got some pretty good hardcore. Yeah, I'd be more willing to label it as hardcore than I would be punk. But this is the A Team with A is for Asshole. Uh, really, really good, aggressive. Yeah, there's really not much I can say about it other than it's just good. This is also a gift from my uncle back in the day. I do like the credits on here, they're quite amusing. The A Team is John the Hun, Brokles and Incessant Back Hair, Handsome Jim, Guitars and Brocass, Tetsu Kubota, Bass Asia, Q, Skins, Public Drunkenness. Yeah, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can say about it. There we go, there's the lyrics. I don't know what year this is born, although the spine is upside down, and I cannot express to you guys how immensely that bothers me. Just on black vinyl, there's side B, side A, nothing terribly interesting, but yeah, really good hardcore. Highly recommend you guys check it out, especially if you're already fans of the genre and you haven't heard it. You're definitely missing out. This is the A Team with A is for Asshole. For the record, not a big fan of Budweiser, but this is the only alcoholic beverage I currently have in my house that isn't liquor. Alright, next I got for you guys some Deathcore again. This is, everybody was geeking out about this album in 2015. I'm pretty sure this is right before CJ said he was leaving the band, but this is Zired as Murder with Holy War, and good God, this shit is really good. Brutal, but not brutal for the sake of being brutal, not stupid. This, as always, will be a callback to me when I was younger. I hope this offends someone. Anyway, yeah, there's the back of it. Super, super good deathcore. again, brutal, but not for the sake of just being brutal. It's got rhythm. It's actually got melody. There's some slower bits to it. Some of the lyrics on here I've actually read through and I'm a big fan of. Holy War, Fur and Claw, Lightbearer, Absolute Genocide. Side A, or side 1 of this record is probably my favorite. Although side 2 does have Deliver Us to Evil and Naked and Cold, which are both really, really good songs. There's really not much more I can say about it besides this is on a very nice blue and white swirl. Nothing terribly interesting on either side. Put up through Nuclear Blast 2015. This is their third album. And I have not listened to Human Target, and I don't really plan on listening to Human Target because the 2 singles I heard off of it just kind of made me think, oh great, they're going in a generic death metal direction, so that's wonderful. But anyway, this stuff is really good. I recommend you check it out if you're a fan of deathcore. This is not something I'd recommend you listen to if you're a fan of like black metal or death metal and you want to get into deathcore, but this is still good stuff. But it's Die Hard is Murder, Holy War. Next, I've got more deathcore, and that's actually the last deathcore I have for the video, so rejoice, everyone. Anyway, this is Die Hard is Murder with Dear Desolation, and I was super freaking stoked for this back when it came out. 2017, just kind of Die Hard is Murder doing Die Hard is Murder. They're definitely leaning more into the death metal side of things on this album. But honestly, I couldn't care less. This album is still really good. It's Slaves Beyond Death, The Son of Misery, Puppet Master, Dear Desolation, Death Dealer, and actually everything on side B I'm really not all that big on. Although I'm not a fan of the fact that they put lyrics all throughout the inside and then they just reuse the same image on the back and then the front. It's kind of like somebody got lazy or CJ just needed to buy a new pair of Vans or something. Don't know, don't care. Then white and gray swirl, very pretty. And if I'm not mistaken, this was also put out through, the vinyl was distributed through Indie Merch. And again, if you don't already know the situation not from the Infinite Annihilator video, but from the Rings of Saturn video, pretty sure that was the last one. But if you don't already know the situation, I had my roommate order it for me because I didn't want to give Indie Merch my money directly, because fuck Indie Merch. I'd say if anything, Puppet Master is probably my favorite track on here. Not too keen on the fact that they left out No Absolution, but whatever. This record is still really good. But anyway, that's Die Hard is Murder with Dear Desolation. Next up, I've got Tombs with All Empires Fall. This is really interesting. I've read on the Wikipedia, because when I listened to this originally, I was actually at work, and yes, I know that's cheating, but I wanted to get a head start on this. This is actually described as like post-metal, black metal, which is super weird. I definitely hear the black metal influence, but I do not hear the post-metal influence. It's not Vilj Harta or, I don't know, another post-metal influence. But yeah, anyway, Tombs, All Empires Fall. This stuff is really good. You guys will hear it in the sound clip. It's definitely interesting for sure, but anyway, there's the artwork. I'm actually a big fan of the fact that, you know, Skeleton Man is missing his 2 front teeth. Then you got the back, which is just more skeleton. I'm pretty sure Obsidian was my favorite track off of this thing. It's been a little bit since I listened to this. I listened to it for the video, but it's been since the beginning of this last 2 weeks that I recorded that last one since I've listened to it. Anyway, there's that. credits, and then there's the back with just a general thank you, production, blah blah blah. And just on black vinyl with, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is side A, since that's the front cover, and then that's just an enlarged version of the back cover, if that would focus. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, this is really, again, really interesting music. Not the best thing in the world, but definitely kind of makes me want to check out more from Tombs. I just haven't gotten on top of that yet. But yeah, you guys are hear it in the sound clip. I recommend that you check it out because it was definitely an interesting listen for sure. No idea when this got 2016. It got put out in 2016. Bad Austin. This is actually also another one of the things I got in the Relapse grab bag, so that's cool. But anyway, yeah, I recommend you check it out. You might enjoy it. I certainly did. But that is Tombs with All Empires Fall. Next up, on second to last, we got something that was put out in 2015, again through the Relapse grab bag. And I don't know why I haven't listened to this more often, because this is the shit. This is Torch with Restarter. I have a hard time differentiating between whether or not this is heavy metal or if this is doom metal. Honestly, it's kind of splitting hairs between the two, but it's still really, really good. You got credits on the inside, and then some really, like, in my opinion, that's kind of like Aesop Rock ass artwork. Like, specifically, it makes me think of the music video for None Shall Pass. So, the back, decently long, and again, it doesn't really outstay its welcome, and it's difficult to be able to define this between heavy metal and doom metal, but again, it's really just splitting hairs at that point. This is really good. I'd say Bishop in Arms or No Servants is probably my favorite off of this. My least favorite is definitely Rock and Roll Fantasy, which just kind of sounds like an overly drawn out like Manowar song or something of that nature. And here's side C. Side A and B are literally just the same thing, so I'm not going to bother showing those off. But on the side, you have a really cool etching of what's on side A, B, and C. So yeah, that's pretty neat. But yeah, like I said, this stuff is really good. I thoroughly enjoyed my listen of it. I'm hoping that you guys will too, especially if you're into like doom metal or heavy metal. I feel like this shit is right up your alley. But yeah, check it out, definitely, if you haven't. This is Torch with Restarter. And last up for you guys, I've got Trypticon with Epistera Daimones. This stuff is really good. It's definitely an extension of Monotheist, which is Celtic Frost's last album, if you didn't already know, which you definitely should know. But yeah, Epistera Daimones is their 2010 release. Pretty sure, yeah, it's put out through Crawling Death, which is Tom G. Warrior's label. And then you gotta absolutely adore the H.R. Giger artwork in there. Which, it'll be really interesting to see what Trypticon does next, considering the fact that H.R. Giger has passed away, and what they're going to do for artwork. Then you got the inside, which is just kind of a close-up of a couple other images, but it's fine because it looks original-ish. Then there's the back. Then you got sides 4 and 3, and then you just got the Trypticon star in the middle. Really not too much to show off. You got Trypticon's logo right there, and you got lyric sheet on the printed inner, and then you've got this cool ass image of all the band members, Tom G being at the top, and then they've all kind of got their own little symbols everywhere, and then more lyrics, and then sides A and B are literally just the same thing. It's just the Trypticon star, and then you've got this cool ass poster of that cool ass imagery right there. And then you've also got another poster of the artwork, which is dope as hell. Yeah, I love H.R. Giger artwork. It's so surreal. Obviously, it's really trippy, and I dig the hell out of it. This is the repress that they put out. Century Media. Century Media is the label, but this is distributed through Century Media in 2017. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2017. It would have had to have been, but yeah. This is the whole reason why my aborted retrocore pre-order came in super late, but it was totally worth it. I'm really happy to have Epistera Daimones on vinyl. I'm super happy to have anything from Trypticon on vinyl in general. They're really good. Melanic Casmata is, in my opinion, a little bit better than this. Some of the songs, especially the Prolonging and Gotaya, kind of drag on just a bit, but it's not exactly bad, especially if you have the mindset that this is the follow-up to Monotheist. Highly recommend you check it out if for some reason you haven't. Hopefully we'll hear more from Trypticon soon, but that is Epistera Daimones. Anyway, that's all I've got for you guys for this video. This one's actually going to be pretty short. I'm feeling like, especially after I edit it down, which won't be a bad thing. I'm sure some of you guys probably like the shorter videos. I'm pretty sure we've only got, I know I said earlier in the video probably 2 more, but I'm guessing what I'm probably going to do for the next one is probably just do 1 more vinyl part, and then we'll move on to box sets, we'll move on to CDs and DVDs, or not DVDs, we'll move on to CDs, box sets, CD box sets, 10 inches and 7 inches, and then I'll just have to find more shit to entertain you guys. But yeah, that is going to be it. I am grateful for you guys for watching. Thank you very much, and that's going to be all for me. Deuces.
I'm not proud of all the choices I've made for a lot of my life, following the shadow when I damn well know